I like to dedicate this to all of the Creator's righteous children. I have some food in my bag for you. Not that edible food, that food you eat? No. I have some food for thought. Since knowledge is infinite, it has infinitely fell on me.
Peace and blessings, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, we're going to be talking about medicine bags and how to make a medicine bag, what you put inside of a medicine bag, and what having a medicine bag means. You can also call these types of bags medicine bags, but you can also call them life bags or any other type of bag that you would like to call them. Basically, they are just a bag where you put sacred objects inside and you have that on you all the time so that it can protect you from things all around you. So I'm going to show you what I put into my medicine bag and what the significance is of the things that I put inside. So stay tuned. So for me, I've had various incarnations of a medicine bag since I was very little. And so when I was very little, I used to carry around a medicine bag as well. And I used to have various different things inside of my medicine bag to keep me from different energies that are around, because when you are around many different people, just various people all day long, all the time, it is good to have things that protect you and to ground you when you're dealing with different people's energies. And it's just good to have things like this around. My medicine bag, this one in particular, was made by one of my spirit aunts. Her name is Penny Gamble Williams, and she is one of my mom's very good friends, and she is Wampanoag Native American, and so she made me this medicine bag. I used to have another one that was smaller, but it didn't fit all the things that I needed it to fit, as well as it was getting old, so I had her make me this one. And she, as well as me, is a turtle woman, and so she put a small little turtle on my medicine bag because she knows that medicine, turtle medicine, is very important to me, and turtles are one of my totem animals. So yeah, she basically made this basically out of leather, and she basically just put some beads on there, some colorful beads. She made me this string so that I could wear it around my neck, and basically I did the rest by putting some different crystals, rocks, different various things, sage, and other various things inside of this medicine bag, which I will show you what this is. So here you go. These are all the sacred objects that I have in my medicine bag as of lately. Now, they aren't always the same all the time, and they always vary from time to time. But these are all very special and very sacred to me because they were given to me by very many various people in my life, like my mom and some of my spiritual brothers and sisters, and just people who mean a very great deal to me in my life. So I will explain some of the significance of each piece that I have in my medicine bag as of right now, and I will talk to you about why having a medicine bag is super important to me. First off, I want to talk about this. This is called Palo Santo, and basically what it is it is kind of like sage in that way, where you can burn it, and basically it will basically clear the energy of a room. And you can do it just like sage, so you can smudge yourself with it, you can smudge a room, you can smudge a group of people, it doesn't really matter. But this piece of Palo Santo was given to me by one of my spiritual brothers who I work with doing Rooted in Community, which is a organization that works with young people doing food justice work. And his name is Sam, and he gave me this last year at one of our conferences that we had in Greensboro, North Carolina. And so he gave me this Palo Santo, and I carry it around with me, and whenever I need to have a pick-me-up because the energy in a room is not feeling that great, or if I'm just in a new place and I just want to smudge something, I can use this Palo Santo. I also have another piece of Palo Santo that was given to me by another spiritual brother who gave me some of the things that are in my medicine bag right now, which I will talk about a little bit later. But yes, Palo Santo, it actually comes from Mexico, and it's a very spiritual thing to have, and I think that all people should have some Palo Santo with them, because if you don't have sage, it's a great way to just carry a stick around so that you can smudge an area and clear the energy whenever you need to. Now, this pink crystal was given to me by my mother, and crystals are very, very important because they're something that you should carry around with you all the time because they're very, very good at clearing energy. Just like Palo Santo or sage, you can clear energy with smoke. You can also use a crystal to keep yourself grounded and to help if there is a wonky energy around. You can help yourself by carrying around crystals that will help you just feel more rooted, feel more protected from energies, different energies, and just feel better about your situation. So always carry around, crystals. And I have very, very many crystals. And this one is a pink rose quartz one. And it basically is very good for love and peace and good harmony. And it's a crystal that I like to carry around a lot because I believe wholeheartedly in the power of love. And so I feel like carrying this around, I am able to spread love everywhere I go, to various amounts of people wherever I am. So kudos to my mother for giving me this beautiful, beautiful pink rose quartz crystal that I carry around with me all the time in my medicine bag. And black tourmaline for me is very important because, as I've stated in previous videos, when I was a child, I used to be able to see spirits. And I can still see them from time to time, and I've had very many experiences with seeing spirits. And so having black tourmaline is very important for people whose third eye is very much open, and it keeps you away from the bad spirits, basically. And it helps so that the bad spirits are not clinging to you all the time, and it can protect you from those types of spirits. So I suggest anybody who is very much in that kind of energy to carry around black tourmaline. It is very, very important for people who are seers. That black tourmaline crystal and this little ball that says peace on it and it's like a globe of the world, were both given to me by my big brother. His name is Hedda, and he is the most amazing person ever. I actually became really, really good friends with him through Rooted in Community, and he is now part of my family. And he gave me that black tourmaline crystal and also this peace globe world ball, and I carry it around with me everywhere, and I feel like I'm carrying a piece of his heart with me all the time, and I really appreciate that. Plus I really like that it says peace and it's a global globe, because it's really spreading the message of peace and love and energy around the world of peace and love, and I really, really appreciate that. So I like to keep that around with me so that I can always spread peace and love around the globe to all communities and all people all over the world. This is a tiny smudge bowl, and basically it's an abalone shell that is turned into a smudge bowl. And somebody who's very important to me, her name is Carol, and she is a fellow eco-harmonist, and she gave me this abalone shell, and I carry it around with me because it's a mini smudge bowl, and I have some sage in there, and I'm able to use the sage whenever I need to smudge anything. So if I need to smudge myself and I have a little bit of sage in there, I can burn it and use it as a little tiny smudge bowl. And it comes in handy when you're traveling and you need, to smudge something but you don't have a lot of sage. You can use this little smudge bowl, and so it always comes in handy, and I recommend people getting one of these. If you travel a lot and you are spiritual like me, comes in handy a lot. So I'm not sure if they sell them anywhere, but if you just find a abalone shell, you can basically make your own smudge bowl. So I recommend that. Now these three things, this little red bead, and this little red bead, this rock, and this little rock, are all things that I found sparingly around, just randomly in passing. I think I found this rock somewhere in my travels, and it reminded me of my birthstone color. I am born in October, and it reminds me of my birthstone color. This little red bead I think I got from my mom as well, and I can't right now remember where I got this little black bead or black rock from, but I remember that these are really important to me because they are things that I found when traveling, and it's something that I was really excited about that I found through traveling, and so I decided to put them in my medicine bag. And when you're making your medicine bag, you don't always have to put things that are necessarily super sacred. You can determine what sacred means to you. You don't have to necessarily put things that are like, you know, known sacred things. You can put things that you find in your travels that are very important to you. You can put things that people give you in there. It's up to you because it's your medicine bag and it's what makes you feel good. That's the important thing about a medicine bag, about a life bag. It's what makes you feel good. So yeah, these are things that make me feel good, so I decided to put them in there. I was given this bead a few years ago in 2015 at a Rooted in Community conference by another really important brother in my life. His name is Travis, and he's from New Mexico. And he gave everybody these little beads. And I've kept this in my medicine bag. I haven't really made anything with it. I might decide to eventually, but I've just been putting it in my medicine bag so I can carry his energy around with me everywhere. If you ever meet Travis, he is an incredible brother. He's an incredible person. He is super spiritual. He is just the life of the party, and he's just an amazing person. He works really well with kids. He's Farmer 101. He is an amazing person who's very much into the land, into the spirituality, and into just being an incredible person. And so I carry his energy with me everywhere. He is my big brother and I love him. I got at a herb gathering, and it was from two Native sisters who were Black and Indigenous, and they came from New Mexico as well, or maybe it was Arizona, I can't remember, but they basically were giving these out to people, and it came from their tribe, and I can't really remember at the moment what it is called, but I know it was very special and sacred to them, so I decided to put this in my medicine bag as well, because I like to represent different people's sacred objects in my medicine bag as well when I meet them, because then I remember them and I remember how important they are and how important, you know, sacred objects are and the land is. And so I was really glad I got to put this in my medicine bag as well. Last but not least, you can't really tell, but this is actually a little prayer that I have in my medicine bag. And like I've said in previous videos as well, I grew up Muslim, but wasn't very devoted Muslim as, you know, other people, and so I still follow some stuff, but not fully. And so I think this is a prayer, a Muslim prayer that I put in my bag just to represent that part of my life as well, because I think that I like to take the good from all things and look at things as good and not look at the bad of things. And so I put that into my medicine bag as well. The number one thing that I always have in my medicine bag, no matter what, is some sort of sage, tobacco, cedar, or something of the sort. I always have these things in my medicine bag because I can, you know, smudge a room with them. I can make offerings with them, and they're just really important to have in your medicine bag and have represented, because they're able to really, you know, be there for you when you need to, you know, clear an energy, clear a room, clear yourself when you're going through something. So yeah, that's why I always have sage, cedar, or tobacco in my medicine bag all the time, always. So those are all of those sacred objects from my medicine bag, and that's my medicine bag over there. And yeah, I'm just really glad that I was able to show you guys what's in my medicine bag, why I have a medicine bag, and why it's important to me. You know, having a medicine bag is an important thing to me, not just being Native American, but just as a spiritual being, to have sacred objects around me. Because even if you're not, you know, Native American or whatever, you don't have to be to have a medicine bag. You don't have to be to have a life bag. You don't have to be to have these things. You should always carry around sacred objects around you to help yourself be grounded, to help yourself be, you know, more spiritual, to help yourself, you know, so that because there are energy out here all the time. You're always around energy all the time. But having these things on you helps you keep you grounded. It helps to keep you safe and helps to keep you more, you know, in the know, in the spiritual realm. And so I really think this stuff is really important, and that we should always carry around something that's, you know, sacred. And it doesn't even have to be a medicine bag. You could carry around a crystal in your pocket. You can carry around a crystal on your neck. You could carry around some sage somewhere. You could, you know, carry around a cross on your neck, or whatever your type of spiritual belief is. Be spiritual with that and carry that around you and carry that with you always. And so, yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed finding out what's in my medicine bag, finding out what a medicine bag is and why you should have one. And until next time, my beautiful indigos and starseeds, peace and blessings.